Hey, good morning again. It's Bob Chu from Stewart and Isla Morada Boatworks with another latest launch. This is a gorgeous, cool Atlantic blue 24 Morada. When we were building this boat in the shop over the months it was there, people that saw this boat went crazy for it. With the sun out, looks pretty nice. But I want to digress a little bit here and talk about something real quick, water quality. We choose this location here because it's reasonably quiet. It's out of the mainstream boat traffic and so forth. But it's now the beginning of June 2023. And the water here is like mud. It's bad. It's only going to get worse. They're just about ready to announce the releases from Lake Okeechobee for this summer season. And the lake is very high. And about 40% of the lake right now is covered in bright green algae. So what are they going to do? Are they going to release all that algae? They've done it before. They'll argue, of course, they can't leave the lake that high because we're just entering the heavy raining season along with the hurricane season. Anyway, my point in all this is, if you care about that, if you live here, if you don't live here, there's a million organizations you get involved with. I think it's better to focus on just a couple, and the ones I would recommend: Captains for Clean Water, Vote Water, which is right here in Stewart, and then for a little offshoot of that, for the tarpon and bonefish and permit, if you contact the Bonefish and Tarpon Trust Foundation. I think those are probably three of the premier organizations. I don't want to side anybody else or leave them out of the game, but you don't want to get too dispersed, and then your efforts are, you get minimal benefit out of all those various efforts. So anyway, I'm going to drop it there. We're going to talk about this beautiful second station 24 Isla Morada. So to the bow of the boat, let's start off with the 36-volt Minn Kota Terrova. It is on a power pucks mount for clean wiring and quick removal. You're familiar with this area here. You've seen the other videos, I'm sure, the anchor locker, storage locker, rod lockers. One thing that we have here, I don't have them on board the boat, but full cushion for the whole area, and this type of removable backrest, easily removable on either side. You can actually leave these cushions in place with the backrest in place and fish the boat, still get to the rod lockers. If you wanted to leave the forward two off, still very, fishable mode like that. So that's that section. The other thing you probably can see, there's a Sirius stereo on board, two 10-inch subs here, 4 8x8 JLs here, more aft, couple amps, really a maxed out, pretty serious sound system on board. Standard frigid rigid 60 quart rectangular cooler forward of the console. I overlook so many things that we do, cup holder, rod holders. We have electric reel outlets on this for the customer. These are deep drop swivel base rod holders. Kind of cool. It's a bay boat, but because of the way it performs, a lot of these get used a great deal offshore, and we're pretty well used to that. So now up to our low profile second station, which really sets us apart from a lot of bay boats that have big clunking mailboxes sticking up there. How do you get there? Well, we're waiting on the padding for here, but it's pretty simple. It's here, here, and up you are. And I'm an old bugger and I can do it that quick. So there you go. Just the layout as you're used to here. If you've seen these other videos, we've got a nice pod here for a 9-inch screen. This happens to be a Garmin to match those below. Razor light bar, 18-inch in front of that. Lenco trim tabs with indicators. Start stop button, kill switch, Yamaha CL5 gauge, of course your digital DEC electronic controls, jack plate control, and control for the light bar. There's a permanent on, off, and a momentary mode. Edson wheel, very cool. Now here's the cool thing that we did. This is new, this is the first boat. So you're going to see there's no cushion here for the seat. Kind of have to modify that cushion, and timing is timing. This is a sliding seat. So with these pull pins, you pull them out and slide the seat to a position that you prefer. And then it locks in place. So now you have a full-on legit seat, or push it back and it becomes a leaning post. Belly band, 2 rod holders, 2 cup holders, VHF and stereo antennas, sliding sunroof. This is the first boat with this sliding seat. Unsure if it's going to be a standard or optional, but nonetheless, we're just thinking and trying to make it a better boat, and this definitely does that. So the Island Morada 24 Helm. Most people are quite infatuated with this because it's relatively small, simple, straightforward. In this case, 16-inch Garmin screen, Yamaha 5-inch gauge, JL Audio stereo head, Lenco trim tab indicator with, trim tab indicator, kill switch, autopilot integrated into the Yamaha motor, start-stop switch, a couple cup holders, the C-Zone digital switching, which we've been doing now for, I don't know, 8 years, maybe more. An integral part of all the boats we build. This also has, on the Island Morada, has the voltage meters in LED displays. One for battery 1, battery 2, and had I turned on the trolling motor battery switch, the trolling motor battery voltage would be shown here as well. Really cool to not have to worry about what it is, and you can look and see it. Your controls for your power pole, tilt wheel, of course, Edson wheel, satin, like the one above. Control your jack plate, control your light bar. Very cool. And then, of course, the digital Yamaha control. So nice, neat, clean, different configurations here as far as your display and so forth. Small glove box, tilts out, and that has a mechanism that tilts out your double step below to get down to pumps and things of that nature. So again, very comfortable, practical, people dig it. We made one change now. If you order a second station or a hardtop, the rod holders now are integrated into that pipework as opposed to bolted on the side of the console. We just thought it's a cleaner look, and I truly do. It's a nice look to it. As we get to the helm seat, this is unique. We've done 2 of them before. It's a seat from Birdsall Marine, and basically it is a forward-facing seat. It's obvious. Storage below. Plenty of storage below here. 2 rod holders. It's pretty cool. But you have the option of lowering this. Now it flips in this direction. So this allows you, let's say you're drifting live baits for tarpon, you're anchored out or something. Maybe you're yellowtailing and you've got your rods in the rod holders here. Whatever, you're sitting back looking at what's going on. Maybe you're trolling. I mean, we have these with outriggers on them. So yeah, it's just a different approach, and it works. Same price as our regular leaning post live well. So cool application if it appeals to you. So for the aft deck, again, if you've seen our videos, you're familiar with this 24 Island Morada. This particular compartment on this boat is plumbed as a live well, has a bubbler in it, and substantial size, as you can see. The standard 35-gallon live well, plumbed of course, and also has a bubbler. This compartment has been left just open for storage and/or I can't remember if we insulated this one, but it could be a fish box if you so desired. Stern seat, backrest, removable. 3 individual cushions that slide into these tracks. I didn't bring them, just left them at the shop. Typically, most people leave the center one in. Even when they're fishing, throw the cushion forward to get to this live well. It's very functional. Run to the next spot. You have a place for 2 people if it's really rough. You know how soft this boat rides, but regardless, this is still the softest place in the boat. moving aft swim ladder and platform. So it's a little more substantial than just the Garlic ladder slides in the transom. This gives you a place to sit, hang out, put snorkel and fins on, and so forth. 2 8-foot power poles, 300 Yamaha, integrated steering. We managed to get an integrated steering. That's sometimes a challenge. So standard jack plate. So just the perfect package. You know, this boat, it's almost like this boat was made for that motor. It's so dialed in, and so many people are now using that combination now. It's great. Rough water boat, shallow water boat, everything in between, and built to last a lifetime. So if you have interest in something like this, give us a call. Stewart Boat Works here in Stewart, Florida. It's Bob Chu, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.